Welcome everybody. This is White Mountains Today, and waking up to a beautiful view of Mount Washington. Some clouds on its to its west and a little bit to its south, but clear skies to the east. Some dense fog in some of the river valleys this morning, but that too will be burning off, and clear skies overhead. It is going to be a great summer weekend in the White Mountains, and we're going to tell you all about it. Good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Prue, and this is White Mountains Today. We are coming to you live from North Conway Village, New Hampshire, and this show gets you ready for a great day in the White Mountains by bringing you all the information you need, including weather forecast. We're going to talk about events going on in the valley, local news. We'll be interviewing some great guests in studio. We've got the Dole 3 Miler is one of the interviews we'll be doing today, an interview with 92-year-old George Dole, Freiburg native who was in the 1954 race in which the first sub-4-minute mile was run. His memories from that world-famous event, plus details on a local running fundraiser event named in his honor. Also, we'll be talking with Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road. We chat with Nate Harvey about summertime activities, including mountain biking, kayaking, and trips to the top of Mount Washington. And maybe if there's time, we'll go to the Christmas Loft a little bit later today as well and explore the inside of that famous shopping experience here in North Conway, New Hampshire. So we'll be doing that throughout the show as you see weather, news, events. We're also going to play Watch and Win. Now, this is a very fun, interactive show. What we do is we'll show you questions throughout the show, trivia, some of it White Mountain trivia, some of it a little bit more generic. First person to get through with the correct answer is going to qualify for our prize. We'll be qualifying people all morning, fun trivia games. And then at the end of the show, we're going to draw one winner from all those qualifiers for a $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane Fashion Boutique in North Conway. Very, very popular. Mostly women's clothing and accessories, jewelry, handbags. They are the fashion capital of the White Mountains for sure. If you're a guy, you may be able to find something in there that suits your taste, depending on what your tastes are. Otherwise, this is a great gift for that woman in your life, whether it's your girlfriend, your wife, your mom. Taking a look at some images from Spruce Hurricane right there. Their style is influenced by the nature of the White Mountains. It's where wilderness blends with city sophistication. So you can win $25 to Spruce Hurricane. And we're going to try to do at least one Watch and Win segment per studio segment this morning. So every time you see me on the air, we're going to try to do one. Matt, you good with that? Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Bradley, my director in the back.
Hi.
And he's got the 91 St. Louis blue suit. And who's 91?
That is Vladimir Tarasenko.
Tarasenko.
Yeah, that elite sniper they got.
Yeah,
Lethal.
he's, I don't really know who he is except that I play Madden. I think it's NHL 18 on Xbox with my son.
Yeah.
I beat him, I think, 1 out of every 100 games or so. But Tarasenko is one of the guys who does a lot of the scoring. So
it seems to be replicates real life. That's for certain.
Yes, and we watched Dumb and Dumber last night. My 13-year-old's first experience with Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
And it's always fun watching Seabass, who of course is played by our own Cam Neely. Former Bruins great and now president of the Boston Bruins. I wish he had been in Dumb and Dumber 2.
I wish they made a whole Dumb and Dumber cinematic universe and that Cam Neely was like the Thanos of it, you know?
Pretty much
and
is,
Jim Carrey has to fight Cam Neely in the end.
Oh, man. That would be, I would put, if you matched Cam Neely up against Thanos, I don't like Thanos' chances. I think Cam Neely has the edge on that one. So lots going on the show today, but let's get into the weather forecast for the White Mountains. It is currently 61 degrees at the Freiburg Regional Airport in Freiburg, Maine, and it is going to be warming up throughout the day. I don't think that's last week's map, so I'm not sure if it just didn't work, but it doesn't look like that out there because we have high pressure moving in across the east. And what a difference it makes, because you can see we're going to compare and contrast. That's last week's map. Look at all the storminess over the northeast. And this weekend we have high pressure and we have lots of sunshine and warming. There we go.
There it is. I dropped the ball like crazy.
There is the look at that. See what a contrast that is. High pressure across the eastern seaboard. So we're going to have lots of sunshine today, drier, it's going to be a little bit humid, but drier skies at least, no rainfall, and temperatures getting warmer. So again, starting at 61, but by the afternoon, we're going to be up close to 90 in the upper 80s, and tomorrow we expect to break 90 degrees before we eventually settle back down temperature-wise throughout the week. Current radar map showing not much in the way of radar. You can see just some few blue dots showing up over the White Mountains. That is mostly fog showing up there, so nothing in the way of rain showers. And then our national satellite map waking up to some clearing skies, most of the clouds moving off to our east, and we don't have anything moving in from the west, at least for a few days. It looks like a great weekend here in the White Mountains. And what's nice about these clouds clearing out like this, they cleared out just in time last night to see, what's the name of the comet that's going through? I want to say Hale-Bopp, but that was the comet I think when I was a kid.
Not Halley's. I don't know why for some reason I thought of Halley's.
Halley's Comet, no. I think that was when I was a kid as well. There's another comet going through right now that you can see with the naked eye. I think just after sunset is the best time to see it. And it looks like just a white fuzz dot in the sky. But if you look at it long enough, you can kind of make out a faint tail. If you take a long exposure photograph, that tail becomes more visible, but it is up in the sky right now. We'll have to Google that in this next commercial break. Let's get to our forecast today. Areas of dense fog this morning. That'll burn off, leaving mostly sunny skies for today. Visibility 1/4 mile or less at times this morning, but driving in from North Conway, or from Conway to North Conway this morning, really the visibility is excellent out there. The river fog is burned off, and there wasn't much fog over the moats as well. Much warmer today with highs in the upper 80s, light and variable winds, so a great summer day out there. I will give a little word of warning though. It's going to feel like summer. It is summer. It's obviously, we're in the middle of summer now. It's July, 18th? And you're going to hit the water. If you do go on the waterways, the Swift River, the Saco River, do be advised, it is a little bit high for this time of year. I think it's going to come down very quickly, but be water safety conscious out there, because I had a water safety scare back in May, and it is not fun. So know that these rivers, the hiking trails of the White Mountains, these are not maintained rides at an amusement park. These are natural features, and they vary. So it's on your own. It's on you to make sure that you stay safe in these natural environments. So water is always more powerful than you think, and there could be obstacles in the river, like trees down and things like that. We've had a lot of rain lately, and whether you're tubing or kayaking, there's always inherent hazards, so be careful out there. Again, upper 80s today. Tonight, partly cloudy, areas of fog after midnight, lows in the mid-60s tonight, light and variable winds. Beautiful night for a campfire, I think. Mostly sunny, hot, and it doesn't really say humid. I think it's going to be, I'm sure the humidity will rise, but mostly sunny, hot, and around 90 tomorrow, light and variable winds. And then Sunday night, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy, humid. There we go, there's the humidity, with lows in the upper 60s, light and variable winds. Heat index values in the lower 90s in the early evening. So it looks like temperature rises throughout the day on Sunday and peaks late before nightfall, which will make for kind of a less than pleasant sleeping night if you don't have your air conditioning on. And looking at the 5-day, you can see the temperatures begin to drop as we go into the week. Monday 88, Tuesday 83. Still nice though, partly sunny skies. And then clouds come in on Wednesday with a high of 78. So that is our weather forecast. Summit conditions, if you were planning on doing a hike today or maybe driving up the Mount Washington Auto Road, you'll find the summit of Mount Washington mostly in the clear, becoming in and out of the clouds under mostly sunny skies with a slight chance of an afternoon rain shower. And I think that's the perfect forecast. Look at that high temperature of only 60 today, a good 25 to 30 degrees below what we're expecting down here in the valley. That's the perfect forecast for the summit though, because if you get to a summit, what you really want is that variability. You want to see, you want to view, so you don't want to be socked in the fog. But if you're in and out of the clouds, that really gives you that feeling of, I don't know, being in being in another planet or something like that, being above the clouds.
Yeah, you can teleport yourself, mentally. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of we kind of got on a superhero kick. Is there like a superhero lair that is in the clouds? Like it's not for some reason. What's Thor's?
Asgard.
Asgard. I was thinking of Asgard, but Asgard is not really like a cloud-based place.
There's a.
What is it? I don't even know what Asgard is.
It's just a far away spot. I mean, it's probably more in the clouds than what I was thinking of, because I was thinking of Superman's, the Fortress of Solitude.
Oh yeah.
But that's on, was it Krypton, wherever he lives?
No, that's in like Antarctica or something, isn't it? His Fortress of Solitude. Doesn't he? He built that like in the Arctic or the Antarctic.
Oh yeah.
I think
that shows how much I know about Superman. Everybody.
We're going to stick to White Mountains information here on White Mountains today.
That's how we do
Matt,
it.
what do you say we try to do a watch and win this morning?
We can definitely try.
Let's see if anybody's viewing this early. It's the phone number to call is 603-356-6619. You'll see it flash on your screen. When you see this trivia question, call right away. First person with the correct answer is going to qualify. So you're not going to win anything yet, but you're going to get on the board. And at the end of the show, we're going to pick one person at random to win the $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane in North Conway Village. So, without further ado, let's play Watch and Win. Who knows the answer to this question? Which of these classified rodents below is currently considered the second largest rodent in the world? And I like how you have it in quotes, rodents.
I wasn't quite sure exactly what I was trying to.
Which of these classified rodents? And by classified, are they like top secret?
Yes.
Undercover.
Yes. Only we know about them, and we're letting the public know about it right now.
Undercover rodents here. Is it beavers, porcupines, opossums, or guinea pigs? Which of those is the second largest rodent in the world? Let's go to the phones. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer?
Beaver.
Beaver is that correct, Matt? Of course it's correct. Who do we have on the phone?
This is Dino from Stoneham, Mass.
All right, Dino from Stoneham. Stay on the line. We're going to get your information, and you are now in the drawing for today's prize, $25 to Spruce Hurricane. It is the beaver. Matt, do you know what number one is?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
We have used this question many times on the air. I've been doing the show for like 23 years now, so we've exhausted all trivia that is possible to use. It's the capybara of South and Central America.
Yeah, that's right. I did hear about that. That's fair.
All right. We have more to come on White Mountains today, including look at upcoming news and events. Well, not upcoming news. We're not psychic, but we're going to tell you about news that just happened and events that are about to happen. Stay tuned.
This is Original, a Valley Original. This is family dining, fine dining, international seafood steak. This is independently owned, right here and only right here. It's live music, a margarita, a martini, a local brew. It's fresh from the sea and farm to table. This is a Valley Original restaurant. Look for this flag over 20 of the Mount Washington Valley's best independently owned restaurants, or browse restaurants right now at thevalleyoriginals.com.
At the base of Mount Washington, you'll discover the magnificent setting of Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center. Bring your own bike or rent one. Walk or hike on our scenic trail system with amazing views of the Presidential Mountain Range. Enjoy a guided kayak trip along the scenic lakes and rivers of northern New Hampshire with opportunities for wildlife viewing. Relax with breakfast or lunch at the Glenview Cafe and shop for the latest tax-free clothing, outdoor gear, and gifts at Great Glen Outfitters. Visit Great Glen Trails, Pinkham Notch, New Hampshire.
Get your brake service at North Conway Midas in the month of July, and North Conway Midas will donate 10% of proceeds to Jen's Friends Cancer Foundation. Thankful for the overwhelming community support they received during Kelly's recent battle with breast cancer, owners Ron and Kelly Monroe are returning the favor. During the Break for Breast campaign at North Conway Midas, get great break work and support a great cause. North Conway Midas is donating 10% to Jen's Friends, who supports those battling cancer in the Mount Washington Valley.
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to Woodstock Inn Brewery, an 11-time Best of New Hampshire winner. It's no wonder so many people come to play and plan to stay. Enjoy the cozy yet adventurous menu of our top-rated restaurant, set inside an authentic 1890s train station, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner with indoor and seasonal outdoor dining options, a garden patio, the Dam Bar, made from real beaver felled logs, live music, entertainment, and more. Brewery tours are offered daily. Sample our classics like Pig's Ear Brown Ale, 4,000-footer IPA, and Red Rack Ale. Or try our newest beers like Moody Brew or Mosaic Papaya Pale Ale, most of which are available for purchase in our gift shop or on tap. With 40 unique rooms and suites and a location central to many of the area's favorite family-friendly attractions, the Woodstock Inn Brewery is the perfect base camp for weddings, events, and your family's next White Mountains adventure. Visit WoodstockInnNH.com. Woodstock Inn Brewery, powered by New Hampshire.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
The way it was is the way it is at Zeb's General Store, the ultimate New England experience. Feel what it was like to be a kid back when candy counters stretched 70 feet long and were filled with chocolate and fudge, penny candy by the pound, and old-time favorites you haven't seen in years. Explore 2 floors of delicious and unique specialty foods, toys, clothing, bath and body, and more. Unique, quality products from cottage-based companies right here in New England. Zeb's General Store is in the center of the community in more ways than one, reinvesting in village beautification and supporting community nonprofits. When you shop at Zeb's, you are a direct link in the vitality of the northern New Hampshire economy and the sustainability of locally grown businesses. Visit the best of today and yesteryear at Zeb's General Store, Main Street, North Conway Village, online at zebs.com.
Welcome back. This is White Mountains Today, live from North Conway. Let's take a look outside. It is 61 degrees currently in North Conway, warming up into the upper 80s today, and this is normally the time we would check outside via our White Mountains TV webcam in North Conway, but we're still having some issues with it. We hope to get it up this current week. We have some new equipment on order. We think maybe it was struck by lightning. That seems to be the current, if I were a cam doctor, that's what I would give as my diagnosis.
That's pretty,
cause of death.
That's pretty metal.
So there we go. So, and again, we want to say thank you to our sponsor of our cam, Zeb's General Store, located in North Conway Village. It's an old-fashioned general store experience unlike anything else in New England. Shop online at zebs.com. And yeah, so 61 degrees, and I'll just describe the outside for you. It is sunny with some wispy clouds over the summits, a little bit of fog here and there along the low valleys, but all in all, a nice morning, warming up, kind of what you picture for summertime in the mountains, July 18th. Let's talk about some events happening in and around the White Mountains. And bear with me for 1 second, Matt, as I... Well, they should be there, though. I dragged them in this morning. Matt and I are having some conversations, which is it's like a different language, really. Yeah, they should be in the browser, Matt, just not into the sequence. I am going to, I'll tell people about it, though. As you look at this Cone for a Cause graphic, starting this week, the great team over at Jen's Friends Cancer Foundation, or they can just look at me, Matt. I'm not sure which which is more enticing to them. Starting this week, the team at Jen's Friends Cancer Foundation will be launching their 23rd annual Climb Against Cancer, a local and now a virtual hiking event where 100% of all proceeds benefit cancer victims and survivors in the area. In light of the current health climate, the event will be held virtually this year, where between July 19th and September 19th, participants can open private donation hubs and, as they've put it, climb, walk, run, bike, dance, or crawl, any kind of movement, anytime or anywhere. From Maine to California to Australia. For more information, including how to register, check out Jen's Friends Facebook page, and or you can go to jensfriends.org. I know they have just launched the portal where you can now sign up, raise funds, and all the money goes again to a great cause. I believe I'll be participating on that event on September 19th. So you can do your virtual fundraising and your actual walk, climb, crawl, dance, whatever it is that you want to do, really anytime this summer. But on September 19th, there will be basically an invite-only event at Cranmore. Usually it's a mass group event. Everybody comes to Cranmore. We do this group hike to the summit of Mount Washington. The Valley Originals cater it. There's live entertainment. It is one of the Valley's premier events. They're not going to have the actual hike this year, but I believe I will be live streaming from Cranmore on September 19th, and we'll update you on all the totals raised. There will be awards announced and lots more information and fun. So stay tuned to the Jen's Friends Facebook page for more information on that. There you go. Thanks, Matt. No worries. Let's go up to the Castle in the Clouds in Moultonborough. They've announced that one of their close-up tours highlighting the incredible history and architecture of Lucknow has been moved to a virtual format. Join the Castle in the Clouds next Thursday, the 23rd, for this intimate one-hour guided tour where you'll examine the cutting-edge fabric and construction of the titular castle, as well as its unique arts and crafts design. When you purchase a ticket, you'll be supplied with a Zoom meeting code, good for one computer, that will allow you access to the personal tour. Tickets must be purchased in advance online at castleintheclouds.org or by calling 603-476-5410. Looking to get outside in the White Mountains this summer? You can join REI and Vibram for a virtual workshop where they'll cover what to bring, where to go, and how to make the most of your next adventure. REI's North Conway store team will share some of their favorite destinations, provide the local scoop, and discuss what gear to bring, while their friends at Vibram will provide a review of the importance of footwear for the outside adventurer. Questions are encouraged and will be answered throughout the workshop. The last session will be held this Thursday, July 23rd. Registration is required, and your link to the conference can be provided at hikethewhitemountains-head-to-toe.splashthat.com. Seems like, was that, Matt?
I was gonna say it's my favorite URL.
That is the best URL ever. I'm thinking that you could probably also just go to Facebook maybe and find the North Conway REI, and I bet they have a link to it there.
Pretty good idea.
Let's see. Next Sunday, you and those you love, or you could probably take someone you don't love, can take in the gorgeous wonder that is Earth's sunrise from the highest peak in the Northeast. The good folks at the Mount Washington Auto Road are offering one of their sunrise drives on Sunday, July 26th, where their experienced tour guides will drive you up the Mount Washington Auto Road for a chance to watch the sunrise from a variety of special vantage points. Please keep in mind the capacity has been limited out of precaution for COVID-19, and cleanliness standards have been raised. It's also worth noting that the road will be open if you wish to drive yourself. For more info, including how to register and to stay up to date on COVID-19 precautions, head to mt-washington.com/sunrise. And you always want to check in directly either via the web or by phone with any attraction before you go, because policies, procedures, rituals are all changed for the summer. Gone are the days where you can mostly just walk up and expect to do something. Reserving in advance is the key, and I know normally this event is, I don't know if it's sold out, but it's the line to get up the auto road backs up way down Route 16, and you have to get there very, very early. You don't expect to get there, a few minutes before sunrise and be able to make the summit before the sun comes up, because that's not going to happen. Again, for all the details, go to that URL, mt-washington.com/sunrise. If there was a bona fide summer dessert, it It sure would be ice cream. Why not indulge guilt-free this Wednesday, where our friends at Trails End Ice Cream and Intervale will continue their weekly Cone for a Cause promotion. This week, 10% of sales are donated to Rosie May Animal Alliance. Don't miss out on a great chance to not just treat yourself, but the community as well. More details on these events and more at whitemountains.tv. And you can actually stream the show online at that website as well, whitemountains.tv. There's links if you want to watch this show in your home in Massachusetts and you want to watch it on your big screen on your TV. There's links to our YouTube page and also our Facebook page. And you can use those smart TV apps, YouTube and Facebook, to stream us live now on your TV or wherever you want to go. That is a look at some events. What do you think, Matt? Should we qualify somebody else?
Hey, I mean, let me load up a question, and we shall.
We are playing Watch and Win this morning for a Spruce Hurricane $25 gift certificate. They are the White Mountains' famous fashion boutique located in North Conway Village. One person will win this, and we're qualifying people all morning. So far, we have Dean, who is in Bartlett, New Hampshire, and he is from Stoneham, Massachusetts. So Dean is our first qualifier. If you would like to rip this away from Dean, or at least try to, you should get ready to watch and win. And I think we're going to do it a little bit differently. Here's what we're going to do. Don't call in. What I want you to do is go to our website, whitemountains.tv, find our live stream. Beneath that, there's a button, and you click on that button, and you can enter digitally. You can play Watch and Win by entering online. The first person to enter the answer to this question correctly online will qualify, and we'll announce that winner probably after we come back from commercial break. So, again, go to whitemountains.tv, find the White Mountains Today live stream, and click on the button beneath it. And I ask you for your name and your email address so we can contact you if you win, and then get ready to type in the answer to this question. First person to answer it correctly and hit the submit button is going to qualify. Let's play Watch and Win. Again, don't call. Go to whitemountains.tv and answer online. Golf balls were originally made from what material? Rubber, wood, stone, or clay? Rubber, wood, stone, or clay? If you want to join Dino from Stoneham, Mass. in today's Watch and Win drawing, go to whitemountains.tv right now, answer the question online, look for the White Mountains Today live stream, and we'll announce the qualifier right after this break. More to come, including a look around the White Mountains, a 5-day forecast recap, some more events, and oh yeah, more Watch and Win. Stay tuned.
Find adventure at every turn when you take a scenic drive or guided tour on the legendary Mount Washington Auto Road. Due to its remarkable location, weather, and history, the Mount Washington Auto Road is unlike any other driving experience in the eastern United States. As you climb to the highest peak in the Northeast, you'll pass through 4 distinct climate zones and have the opportunity to stop along the way to explore trails and discover scenic vistas. The summit of Mount Washington looms at 6,288 feet and is world famous for its ever-changing weather extremes and stunning panoramic views that can stretch all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. While you're on top, visit the historic summit buildings and learn more about the mountain at the Mount Washington Observatory's interactive Extreme Mount Washington Museum. The Mount Washington Auto Road. Elevate your adventure.
Road trips are still on. Art class is still on. Championships are still on. Concerts are still on. And summer is still on with Coppertone, the most trusted sun protection brand. Coppertone, proven to protect.
Find adventure at every turn when you take a scenic drive or guided tour on the legendary Mount Washington Auto Road. Due to its remarkable location, weather, and history, the Mount Washington Auto Road is unlike any other driving experience in the eastern United States. As you climb to the highest peak in the Northeast, you'll pass through 4 distinct climate zones and have the opportunity to stop along the way to explore trails and discover scenic vistas. The summit of Mount Washington looms at 6,288 feet and is world famous for its ever-changing weather extremes and stunning panoramic views that can stretch all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. While you're on top, visit the historic summit buildings and learn more about the mountain at the Mount Washington Observatory's interactive Extreme Mount Washington Museum. The Mount Washington Auto Road. Elevate your adventure.
Road trips are still on. Art class is still on. Championships are still on. Concerts are still on. And summer is still on with Coppertone, the most trusted sun protection brand. Coppertone, proven to protect.
No matter what the season, you rely on your home for comfort. That's why people in the White Mountains rely on White Mountain Oil and Propane. They've been here for 3 generations, family owned and locally operated. And they're the White Mountains energy experts. With Maytag appliances, Weber grills, and System 2000 for efficient heat and nearly endless hot water. Rely on White Mountain Oil and Propane. They're always there for you.
All right, welcome back to White Mountains Today. This is live from North Conway. Oh, and I wanted to announce our qualifier. Let's see. The first person to get through with the correct answer was Kayla. So congratulations to Kayla. She knew that the first golf balls were made out of wood. So Kayla, you now join Dino from Stoneham. I'm not sure where Kayla is. We'll have to get her information in a little bit. But thank you for playing online, Kayla. I think you're our first ever online qualifier, so we'll do that more throughout the show. We'll also throw in some watch and win where you have to call directly. So lots of ways to win. You have both qualified for $25 to the Spruce Hurricane Fashion Boutique in North Conway. We'll draw the lucky winner at the end of the show. Let's take a look around the White Mountains, though. And this is presented by White Mountain Oil and Propane, serving this community for 3 generations. White Mountain Oil and Propane, always there for you. And we'll start down in the valley where it is warmed up to about 68 degrees in North Conway. And look at that, clear skies above Mount Washington, a little bit of clouds to the west. So if you drive through Crawford Notch West this morning, you might run into a little bit more cloud cover, but it's low and it should be burning off throughout the day. Mostly sunny remainder of the day for most of the White Mountains. But 68 down in the valley. Let's go to the summit now, where you can see the deck cam is in the fog. So one of the few places in the White Mountains right now that is in the clouds, and they are at 51 degrees. They should get up to about 60 today. Well, we get up close to 90. And we will talk live to the summit of Mount Washington in just a little bit. The 5-day forecast for the White Mountains, it looks fantastic for this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, beautiful and hot. Mostly sunny both days. 88 today, 93 on Sunday. And it looks like the hottest time of the weekend will actually be late in the day, Sunday, as it gets hot and humid, and that humidity lingers through the night on Sunday. Monday it starts to go down though, 88, partly sunny, and on Tuesday partly sunny and 83, cloudy on Wednesday and 78. And now let's update you on some more news and events happening around the White Mountains. Let's go to our event report. The Weathervane Theater is proud to announce the 2020 Patchwork Players will present Polka Dots, the Cool Kids musical, which will run throughout the next few weeks. This historically inspired musical reminds us our individual differences make us awesome, not outcasts. Polka Dots will play outside to socially distanced crowds at the Weathervane Theater July 24th at 11 a.m., as well as being live streamed from the Weathervane this Tuesday, July 21st, and next Tuesday, July 28th at 11 a.m. For more information, including how to get tickets, check out the full release on whitemountains.tv. Great news for the community as the Conway Public Library is teaming up with the New Hampshire Food Bank and Camp Huckins to offer free dinner meals for kids. There are no questions asked or judgments made. Just come by, check in, and head out with a nutritious meal for your kids. Pickup times are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3:30 to 4:15 p.m. all summer long. For more info, call Conway Public Library at 603-447-5552. Every July, Midas North Conway donates 10% of every brake job to Jen's Friends Cancer Foundation during the Brake for Breast campaign. Help fight cancer when you bring your car to Midas North Conway for new brakes and Midas Excellent Service. Call 603-356-9404 to set an appointment. And I don't think you need entirely new brakes. I think any brake job that you get, whether it's just pads or rotors or anything that has to do with brakes, they will do it and give 10% of proceeds to Jen's Friends. Registration is open for the 2020 Dole 3 Miler. Each August since 2014, the Fryeburg New Church Assembly in Fryeburg, Maine, celebrates the passion and achievements of local running legend Reverend Dr. George F. Dole by hosting a 3-mile race in his honor on Fryeburg's Rail Trail. This year's run will go down on August 8th, but registration is open now. It can be found along with additional information on the Dole 3 Miler Facebook page, and I believe some of this may have changed. They are actually doing it virtually this year, so it is not a mass race like you see, a mass start race like you see in this picture. You should go to the Dole 3 Miler Facebook page for more information on how to compete in this year's event. And of course, it's a great fundraiser. whitemountains.tv for more info on these events. Okay, we are behind schedule, so we're going to take a quick break and check in with the Mount Washington Observatory. When we come back, we'll talk live with the summit. Stay tuned.
Discover North Conway's favorite adventures at Cranmore Mountain Resort. Check out the new beginner-friendly, lift-serviced downhill mountain bike park. Ride the mountain coaster, Soaring Eagle zip line, and giant swing. Enjoy outdoor dining on Zip's deck. Ride the scenic chairlift to the summit for amazing views, ice cream, hiking trails, and Tuckerman Brewery tasting room. Cranmore Mountain Resort. Fun for the whole family. Just 1 mile outside North Conway Village. Visit cranmore.com for tickets and important info.
Parents have a way of imagining the worst, especially when your easily distracted teenager has the car. At Subaru, we're taking on distracted driving with sensors that alert you when your eyes are off the road. The Subaru Forester. The safest Forester ever.
Step back in time high above New Hampshire Lakes region at Castle in the Clouds. Explore the 1914 mansion. Dine with a view on the terrace of the highly acclaimed Carriage House restaurant. Take a horseback trail ride or discover waterfalls along miles of hiking trails. Enjoy ice cream in the fields and feeding the giant rainbow trout. Some of our operations have changed this season to comply with COVID-19 guidelines. Visit us online for these policies, procedures, and our programs.
Welcome to the Mount Washington Valley, where dining at great independently owned restaurants is part of the attraction. Look for the Valley Originals flag whenever you dine out. It means that restaurant is one of a kind, owner-operated, and has a history of providing great hospitality. Valley Originals are the place to go for flavor and variety. Hungry? Here are some of our favorites.
Head to Deacon Street in North Conway Village for this thick cut of tender pork, char-grilled and finished with a sweet bourbon glaze, paired with a Templeton rye, or fresh salmon blackened in a cast-iron skillet, paired with a French martini. For dessert, a chocolate bag paired with a Maker's Mark Manhattan. Full menu at deaconst.com. Head to McGrath's Tavern Irish Pub and Restaurant for their made-from-scratch chicken cordon bleu. It's a tender breast of chicken stuffed with ham and Swiss cheese, coated in panko breadcrumbs, and topped with a Dijon cream sauce. Located on Route 16302 in North Conway. Stop by Almost There Sports Tavern and Restaurant in Albany for their famous chicken wings, barbecue steak tips, or the Grand Slam Burger, a half pound of Angus beef loaded with toppings, and a side of thin-cut homemade onion rings. Wash it down with a Tuckerman Pale Ale brewed just up the road. The talented staff at Margarita Grill in Glen takes amazing fresh and local ingredients and turns them into these mouth-watering fajitas. Sizzling sautéed onions and peppers, fajita sauce, jack cheese, garden greens, and fire-roasted tomato salsa, wrapped in flour tortillas. Full menu at margaritagrilLNH.com.
To find directions to these and over 20 other Valley Original restaurants, visit thevalleyoriginals.com. Remember, when you see this flag, it means you found one of the Valley's signature dining experiences.
Conway Scenic Railroad summer season begins Saturday, June 20th, operating daily with trains to Conway boarding 9:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. and trains to Bartlett boarding 12:30 p.m. The Mountaineer train to Crawford Notch resumes operation June 27th with Tuesday and Saturday trips boarding 11:30 a.m. All trains have social distancing measures in place. Boarding is 1/2 hour prior to departure.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching White Mountains Today live from North Conway Village. I am joined on the phone by Jay Broccolo. He's a weather observer on top of Mount Washington at the Mount Washington Observatory. Good morning, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning to you.
It is a beautiful day down here in the valley. We've got lots of sunshine. I think there may have been some fog, but that's mostly burned off. What's it like on the summit of Mount Washington right now?
And looking at our Wildcat cam, you can see that there's just a cloud developing as the moisture gets pushed up over the mountain. But I can see like a thin veil of blue above, so I know the sun is there. I know the clear skies are there, and I can tell from the webcam. We just can't see it on the summit.
We're looking at your deck cam right now, and it is funny because the skies are so clear and blue down in North Conway. And then now we're looking at the Wildcat cam, and there's just one little veil of clouds, like you mentioned, over the summit. So it seems like you're in this, impenetrable, dense fog. Little do you know, a couple hundred feet away is paradise. How often is...
Sometimes it really makes us feel like we're really disconnected from everyone.
Yeah, so far, yet so close. What is the forecast for today? You guys going to stay in the fog, do you think, or will you two burn off out of the fog?
Yeah, just like the valley mostly has, a lot of this fog and cloud will evaporate or burn off as the day goes on. There's a ridge of high pressure moving over the region right now, and that's bringing in some drier air. I don't want to say unfortunately because some people love the hot weather, but there are some warmer temperatures moving in as a result, and then because of the lack of cloud cover, some daytime heating will occur as well. So today should actually be a really pleasant and beautiful day, especially if we're going to compare it to tomorrow, which most likely will not be that pleasant. Once this ridge moves off tomorrow, or like tonight, tomorrow, the winds aloft are going to change to southwesterly, and that's going to pull a lot of warmer air and more humid air. So we already have some moisture in the region, so a lot of that fog that was there this morning doesn't really just disappear, it just kind of changes phase into like into a water vapor that you can't see in the atmosphere.
Yep.
So that'll cool overnight, and then more moisture will come in. So tomorrow will be actually quite hot and humid, and we should probably pay attention to the National Weather Service too, because there might be a heat advisory that comes out.
Really? Okay, so probably it looks like a very summery day both days, but of the two, today looks a little bit better. Temperatures not quite as hot, humidity not quite as high as they will be tomorrow going throughout the day. So it looks like a really nice hiking weather today, and I think the current weather situation up there is the perfect situation for hiking because you get views all the way up, and then as you near the summit, you might be in and out of the clouds, which really gives you that Mount Washington alpine feeling. So it will probably be pretty busy up there today, I'm guessing.
Right, yeah, exactly. And that's kind of how it was yesterday, too. I mean, we were mostly in the clouds. And I know a lot of people come up here for the view, which, you know, a lot of, especially for hikers, it's a lot of work to come up, you know, to see 20 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
But that is Mount Washington, so
Right.
you are experiencing it.
Right, and if you're actually hiking it or driving it today, you'll have those views for most of the way up, and you won't be in the fog until you reach close to the summit. It's where you feel like you're actually, you know, going through the gates into a different world, so to speak. And then after Sunday, Jay, what's our extended forecast? Are we going to stay hot and humid for this upcoming week, or will we be settling back down with lower temperatures?
Yeah, no, so the Sunday should actually be the only day that's really, you know, a shirt sticker, is what I like to call it. But Monday, a cold front involved with the same system that's coming through will drop through, and it will cool down a bit and take a lot of the moisture with it. So there'll be some drier air moving in. And then behind that, it should be mostly clear before another system moves in. So yeah, Monday's looking, you know, consider it a clearing day. Tuesday should be good, and then the rest of the week is kind of far out. But yeah, so I would say that's the extended forecast for now.
All right. Well, Jay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll let you get back to your important work at the Mount Washington Observatory. If you want more information on Jay, the other observers there, or anything to do with the Mount Washington Observatory, you can go to their website, mountwashington.org. Thank you so much, Jay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Great.
Bye-bye.
Sounds great. Bye.
And again, Dre Broccolo with the Mount Washington Observatory. Matt, let's hit that big news that we didn't hit the last time. Kind of bailed out of my news report. Some big news coming out of the USA Today Top 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. North Conway has earned a spot on their top 10 list. For the third year in a row, a panel of 11 expert travel journalists partnered with esteemed editors to pick the initial 20 nominees, and then the top 10 winners were determined by nearly a month-long online vote. North Conway placed third, behind Beaufort, North Carolina, and Fayetteville, West Virginia. Or actually, I'm sorry, fifth. So it was Beaufort, North Carolina, Fayetteville, West Virginia, Ellicottville, New York, and Savannah, Illinois. Check out the full release on whitemountains.tv. How did we lose to Savannah, Illinois?
I'd like to meet these towns and see exactly how beautiful they are and how great they are.
The fact that I don't know where Ellicottville is. Do you know? Are you familiar with New York at all? Didn't you go to college in New York?
No, I went to college in Maine.
No.
Somewhere in the boonies.
Savannah, Illinois, Fayetteville, West Virginia. I've at least heard of Fayetteville. I'm not sure if I've heard of Buford, North Carolina.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, if we asked like the folks in Fayetteville, North Carolina, or where if they had heard of North Conway, they probably would be like, no, man.
Everybody's heard of North Conway. In fact, one of our strongest markets for online viewership is Buford, North Carolina. Most of them are live streaming White Mountains Today right now because they don't have Buford, North Carolina today.
They don't.
No.
So, I mean, your move, Buford.
And that is why North Conway is actually, despite this ranking, the number one, number one small town for adventure in the USA. And I think we actually have won this award before. It ebbs and it flows.
We ought to.
I'm not sure what we did to lose the number one spot. Maybe we're not trying hard enough at White Mountains Today.
Yeah, maybe we have to put a little more extra effort in, you know?
So we are giving away, speaking of effort, let's give some right now. We're giving away a $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane in North Conway. We're qualifying people all morning. One lucky viewer will win. So far we have Dino, who was from Stoneham but calling from Bartlett near Attitash. We have Kayla, who was our first ever online qualifier. We're going to do a traditional watch and win right now. We're going to show you a question. First person to get through with the correct answer via phone will be the next qualifier. So, without further ado, let's play Watch and Win. Call the number on your screen, 603-356-6619, and tell us the answer to this question. The Appalachian Trail Conservancy estimates that out of all hikers who plan to hike the trail, what percentage actually complete it? So now, I guess my question here would be, what's the definition of plan? I'm kind of planning on it right now.
Well, I think it's mostly people who are like, I'm doing this.
People who start it?
Yeah, and I'm on boots on the ground. I'm heading up right now.
Okay, so they have something a little bit more than a vague idea that they're gonna someday do it, which is what I have. All right, is it 25, 40, 50, or 75%? What percent complete the Appalachian Trail of those who start out? Let's go to the phones to qualify for $25 to Spruce Hurricane. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer?
Is it A?
Is it A, 25%? Wow, right on the money. Who do we have on the phone?
Jane.
Jane, where are you calling from this morning?
From Bartlett.
Jane from Bartlett, stay on the line. We're going to get your information. You are now qualified to win a $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane. We will draw one lucky winner at the end of the show. So stay on the line. I'm going to put you on hold for just 1 second. And we have more Watch and Win coming up, so stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're talking with George Dole about the Dole 3 Miler. This is a fantastic interview for anybody who is interested in athletic history, world history, or Freiburg native history. Stay tuned.
Lost River Gorge in Boulder Caves is one of New Hampshire's greatest natural wonders and an unforgettable adventure. Discover your adventure at LostRiverGorge.com.
For over 3 decades, Joseph's Spaghetti Shed has been serving delicious Italian meals with their famous homemade sauces, meatballs, and fresh breads. Enjoy all your Italian favorites, plus delicious salads and Joseph's incredible 10-inch pizzas. Some say the best in the valley. Joseph's is casual, affordable, and perfect for tired families after a day of White Mountain fun. Call ahead for takeout or grab a frozen meal for later. Joseph's Spaghetti Shed, Route 302 in Glen.
Oh, we love our new home. Neighborhood's great.
Amazing school district. The HOA has been very involved.
These shrubs aren't board approved.
You need to break down your cardboard.
Thank you.
Violation. Violation.
I see you've met Cynthia.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
And does help us save a bunch of money.
2 inches over regulation.
Thanks, Cynthia.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
You can hide your age behind a statement necklace. Or let your neck make the statement.
Gold Bond Neck and Chest Cream improves texture, increases elasticity. 97% had firmer skin. Gold Bond, Ultimate Lotion, Ultimate Skin.
You've spent the day playing in the White Mountains. What's next? If a delicious treat, relaxing beverage, or patio dinner sound good, here are 3 great ideas. For ice cream, the place to go is Trails End. Trails End Ice Cream has been the Valley's favorite now for years and is known for having the biggest scoops and the friendliest staff. Their hard ice cream is locally made and comes in many flavors. Plus, they have creamy soft serve, mountainous sundaes, and thick shakes. They're open daily at 3 locations across from the Scenic Vista in Intervale and in North Conway at Settlers Streetside and Settlers Green. For freshly brewed craft beer on a garden patio, go to the Woodstock Inn Brewery. They're one of New Hampshire's original 3 craft breweries and have a varied and delicious menu to go with your pint or tasting flight. Woodstock Inn Brewery is in North Woodstock, 1 mile west of Lincoln. For authentic Italian cuisine served al fresco on a Tuscan-themed patio, go to Vito Marcello's Italian Bistro. Enjoy food from recipes passed down through generations, imported Italian wines, and lavish specialty cocktails in the relaxing twilight. Vito Marcello's is located in North Conway Village. Stay tuned to see more restaurants or browse on demand at whitemountains.tv.
Motorcycle riders love the open road, and Geico loves helping riders get to where they're going. So to help even more, Geico is giving new and current customers a 15% credit on their motorcycle policies with the Geico Give Back. And because we're committed for the long haul, the credit lasts your whole policy term. The Geico Give Back, helping riders focus on the road ahead.
All right, congratulations one more time to Jane. Do we have the qualifier list, Matt? Can we take a look at who's qualified for our $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane? So far, it's been Dino from Stoneham, Kayla, who entered online, and Jane from Mansfield. One of those viewers is going to win $25 to the Spruce Hurricane Fashion Boutique in North Conway. And I'm sure they are loaded to the gills with updates on summer and maybe even fall fashion at this point. So you definitely want to stop by. Wear your mask, of course. Be considerate. And right now, we're going to qualify more people throughout the show, so stay tuned. But first, we wanted to bring this interview with George Dole about the Dole 3-miler race. It's an interview with 92-year-old George Dole, Freiburg native, who was in the 1954 race in which the first sub-4-minute mile was run. His memories from that world-famous event, plus details on a local running fundraising event named in his honor. Let's go to the interview now.
Hi everybody, it's Chris in the North Conway studio, and I am joined remotely for a great interview by Lee Dyer, who is with the Freiburg New Church Assembly and is the race registrar of a great event coming up, and also the Reverend Dr. George F. Dole, who is a Freiburg native and the only American to compete in the famous 1954 race in Oxford, in which Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile barrier. So we're going to talk a little bit about running history and a great new event. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today, albeit remotely. And we'll start with you, George.
George, you competed in 1954 in Oxford, England, in what was then, and still is today, one of the most famous races of all time. What are your memories of that race? What makes it so special?
My own memories, I think the simplest thing I can say is that I really was half spectator and half competitor. I had known Chris Chataway. Our time at Oxford overlapped by a year. Liked him very much, and I was getting rumors that there were going to be an effort. And when the three of them showed up, the two Chris's and Roger, and with the coach, I said, "This is the day." And I was much more interested in what they were doing than in what I was going to do. It was what they call at Oxford your school's term, the term you prepare for your final exams, which are the only exams you take, and they completely determine your degree. And there be 3 hours a day, 2 days a week, two a day, 3 hours each, 3 days on, 1 day off, and 3 days on, 6 days. And most runners just quit running to get ready for those exams. But I was putting most of my energy on them. I was in the race because I won the Oxford-Cambridge Mile in March, but I really had not been working out terribly hard since then, so I wasn't expecting to do an awful lot, but I was fascinated by what was going on up front.
So it was almost a little bit of luck that you got involved in this race, and it seems like you were starstruck by the presence of these world-class runners who you were going to be running with. Were you nervous running this race? What was your plan? Did you have a sense that this would be the day that the 4-minute mile barrier would be broken? Because previously no one had been able to run a mile faster than 4 minutes.
Yeah, no, I felt that Roger had a very good chance of doing it, and he had an excellent coach, an excellent team, and I'm sure they had worked very hard toward it and had everything well planned. I felt I had earned the right to be there. I was the college's top miler. They had a better one, but he was injured. So I really deserved to be there. But I was curious as to what I might do, but I didn't have any great investment in doing it.
And so we know that day Roger Bannister did in fact break the 4-minute mile mark. How did you do that day?
I think they didn't time me. I came in 5th out of 6. And the one who came in behind me was Chris Brasher, who had set the pace for the first half mile and another half lap.
Yep.
And afterwards, I think, just went to the outside lane and jogged to finish, because he knew, and everybody knew, that if he did not finish the race, it would not qualify for record, because he would have not have been so obviously not a real competitor.
Right. So,
Yeah.
And Lee, we're joined by George Dole of Freiburg and also Lee Dyer. We're about to talk with Lee about a big event celebrating this race coming up. But George, first, what was the reaction like when Bannister crossed the line and there was a sense that he had broken this long anticipated record?
Well, the dear British, they know how to play the game. I want to tell you that, of course, there was a dead silence, and waiting for the announcement. and the announcement came, and the winner, and I think they went through three things: setting a new meat record, a new British record, and a new world record in the time of 3, and then everything exploded.
You couldn't hear the rest after that.
Yeah, but they just delayed that 3 as long as they could. Yeah.
Wow, that must have, I'm getting chills just listening to you retell that story. So one of the world's greatest athletic moments, really, as the first human to ever run a mile in under 4 minutes. And that was all the way back in 1954 in Oxford, England. But we still commemorate that race today and celebrate his accomplishments, but also yours, George, and participating in that great race with a fundraising event for the Freiburg New Church Assembly. Lee, why don't you tell us a little bit about this event that's coming up and how people can participate?
Okay. This will be the 7th year we have had the Dole 3 Miler, and it's in Freiburg at the rail trail. However, this year it's virtual, like everything else in our world right now. So register, run 3 miles anytime between when you register and August 8th at 9:30. Your totals must be submitted. And if you can find a 3-mile hill, run down that. Whatever, just get that time in. You can walk, you can run, you can jog, you can do it with your dog. And the $20, you will receive a shirt. This year it is red. And everyone receives a prize, a medallion. The first woman and first man will receive $100 from Tracksmith, which is a running, if you're in the running world, you will know that's the elite running apparel store. And second place, men and women will receive a New Balance gift card. And third place, a gift card from a local bookstore, Christian Books.
Very nice.
And our big prize is the 5th place winner. And there have been many people in the past who have run and they know they're not first, and then they will stand back and wait, and they'll count because they want that 5th place. And that is a picture of picture of the race with George and Roger both in the picture running.
Wow.
George has very kindly signed his name away, and you will get a signed, so it's authentic copy of this. And that's the 5th place.
All right. And that prize may be more difficult to get this year because you won't know. In previous years, it was you could race against other people and you'd know roughly, where 5th place was. This year, it's virtual, so whoever has the 5th best time gets that signed picture.
Yes, and unfortunately, we will not be able to take the picture with George. So we're hoping that whoever wins this year, everyone will come back next year, and it will not be virtual.
Yeah, we hope not.
We hope not, right.
Hope to get back to normal soon.
Yes.
And this is a fundraiser, we should mention, for the Freiburg New Church Assembly. It's been going on for a few years now and has become a popular event in Freiburg.
The race or the camp?
Probably both.
Both. Okay. The race, this is our 7th year.
Yep.
And we have about 100 participants. And we are on track for that as well right now. So that's perfect. The camp will be celebrating its 100th birthday next year. So lots of celebration next year. And the camp started, George, you're going to have to help me here. I believe it was George's father or grandfather. Father was one of the original founders of the camp. And it pulled in many people from all over New England and the United States. And it's still, we have many lecturers that come. And this year it's all virtual as well. So,
and what is the camp? What's the purpose and the mission of the camp?
The camp is based on our theology, which is Emanuel Swedenborg, and it's the new church. And it is just to bring presence to our everyday life and to have basically, if you can incorporate heaven on earth, then you've arrived. So that's what we try to accomplish. George could probably tell you more, but
we will. Let's finish with George. But before we let you go, Lee, how do people get involved in this race? How do they sign up?
Perfect. Go to our the Dole 3miler.com. So Dole, DOLE, 3miler.com. You can register through that, and that's it. Everything else is done.
All right. And George, why don't you give us a little bit of the history of this camp? How you are a Freiburg native, right? So you went from Freiburg to Oxford, and then brought the whole world back with you to Freiburg, it seems.
Yeah. No, when my father was pastor of the Swedenborgian Church in Freiburg, and I was born in the parsonage, and we lived in Freiburg through my first grade. At that point, Dad changed churches, moved and took our church in Bath, Maine, and was there, served there, and actually until he died. That's what I pretty much grew up in Bath. My memories of growing up in Freiburg are fairly slim, but once the camp didn't meet at all during World War II, but I think,
correct. That is correct.
Yeah. But so I attended there every year, the assembly, every year, except my 2 years at Oxford. And some of my closest friends wound up being Massachusetts guys who came to the assembly every year. Wow. One of them, incidentally, just died about 2 years ago, and I was able to say my earliest memory of him was when he kept me out of my inner tube in the Saco River before I had learned to swim.
Oh, hopefully it was a hot year and the water was a little bit low.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you both for joining us again. If you want to participate in this great race commemorating one of the most epic athletic accomplishments of all time, and one of our own local community members, George Dole's participation in it, you can go to dole3miler.com. Fun race. You can win some great prizes, and you can be a part of local history as we celebrate world history. So I want to thank you so much for joining us, George. Hopefully we'll see you next year for this event.
That's the plan.
And hopefully you'll be running it next year, right? You can work out all this year.
I hope so.
And Lee, thank you so much again for joining us, and good luck with your event.
Welcome to the Mount Washington Valley, where dining at great independently owned restaurants is part of the attraction. Look for the Valley Originals flag whenever you dine out. It means that restaurant is one of a kind, owner-operated, and has a history of providing great hospitality. Valley Originals are the place to go for flavor and variety. Hungry? Here are some of our favorites.
Breakfast is served at Priscilla's. This Belgian waffle is made from Priscilla's special recipe, topped with ripe, fresh sliced strawberries and 100% real whipped cream. Located in North Conway Village. Feast your eyes on Cafe Noche's signature chicken Monterey dish, made with sautéed chicken and vegetables folded in a tortilla with thyme, garlic, and honey, topped with queso sauce. Or try a combination beef, chicken, vegetable fajita, made with a medley of fresh vegetables served on a sizzling hot plate.
To find directions to these and over 20 other Valley Original restaurants, visit thevalleyoriginals.com. Remember, when you see this flag, it means you found one of the Valley's signature dining experiences.
Itchy skin distracting you? Cortisone 10. Maximum strength itch relief without a prescription. Cortisone 10.
I'm out of clubs.
And try new Cortisone 10 overnight itch relief. Good night itch.
Lost River Gorge in Boulder Caves is one of New Hampshire's greatest natural wonders and an unforgettable adventure. Discover your adventure at LostRiverGorge.com.
End your day in the White Mountains at the Shovel Handle Pub in Jackson. The Shovel Handle serves upscale American pub food in the incredible atmosphere of a restored 1842 post and beam barn. The food is great. Appetizers like loaded nachos, entrees like cedar plank roasted salmon, Maine blueberry and maple barbecue ribs, and Bourbon Street marinated sirloin tips, plus salads, sandwiches, pasta, and more. It's all served by a friendly and accommodating staff. Dine with views of Black Mountain, or relax at the bar with friends as live music plays in the background. The Shovel Handle Pub is one of New England's premier wedding venues. Located on site, Whitney's Inn offers overnight accommodations featuring 27 guest rooms, suites, and cottages, an outdoor heated pool and stocked trout pond. Alpine skiing and cross-country skiing are just outside the door, with hiking, golf, waterfalls, and summer attractions minutes away. Whitney's Inn and the Shovel Handle Pub, Jackson, New Hampshire.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Conway Scenic Railroad's summer season begins Saturday, June 20th, operating daily with trains to Conway boarding 9:30 a.m. and 3 p.m., and trains to Bartlett boarding 12:30 p.m. The Mountaineer train to Crawford Notch resumes operation June 27th, with Tuesday and Saturday trips boarding 11:30 a.m. All trains have social distancing measures in place. Boarding is 1/2 hour prior to departure. You're watching White Mountains today on White Mountains TV. Good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Peru, and this is the show that gets you ready for a great day in the White Mountains. We're waking up to sunny skies across the region. The lone exception may be the higher summits. Mount Washington was in the fog this morning. Temperature in the valley is 74. Temperature up on the summit of Mount Washington was about 50 when we checked in with them at about 8:15 this morning, but even they will be rising up to about 60 degrees today on the summit of the Northeast highest peak. Still to come on the show, that was a great interview with George Dole, who was not only present but racing in the event in which the first human ran a sub 4-minute mile back in 1954. Still to come, we're going to be chatting with Nate Harvey of Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road. We've got news and events to tell you about, and we're playing Watch and Win all morning long for a $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane, the White Mountains fashion headquarters, great boutique in North Conway Village. Let's give you more details first, though, on our weather forecast. And again, it is 74 degrees in North Conway right now. We are expecting sunny skies throughout the day, and that's the old map again, Matt.
We're talking with our director, Matt, in the back, and sometimes when you say map and Matt quickly, it's like Peter Piper and his pickled peppers.
It's like, Matt, where's the map? You know, it's like, oh.
Where's the map? High pressure, there we go, building in across the northeast today, and that's going to make for sunny skies, warm temperatures. It's going to get up into the upper 80s today, and that high pressure system really builds in tomorrow. Also, a southwesterly flow develops, which means more humidity tomorrow and higher temperatures getting into the lower 90s tomorrow. So today, I would say, is a perfect 10 out of 10. It is a good beach day, a good water day, a good hiking day, good for floating down the river. Just a reminder, water levels are a little bit up. We've had a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks, and we've had some incidents, especially on, I believe, the Swift River, with people getting washed downstream. I had a scary incident myself back in May, and it is easy to underappreciate how strong and fast water is. Always take it upon yourself to know the route that you're going, and just be water safe out there. And that is the current radar map. You can see pretty clear across the northeast. No big precipitation on the horizon. And I believe that blue is probably just some fog down in the mid-Atlantic states. And there's some little spotty fog and showers popping up over the White Mountains there, but really clear and dry. Other than the humidity, clear and dry. No precipitation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Today, areas of dense fog this morning, but then mostly sunny. Visibility 1/4 mile or less at times this morning, but I think most of that has already burned off. Much warmer with highs in the upper 80s today. Light and variable winds. Again, just a perfect day for outdoor activity. Forecast for tonight, partly cloudy, areas of fog after midnight. Lows in the mid-60s and light and variable winds. That get a good campfire night by my standards. Sunday is mostly sunny, hot with highs around 90, light and variable winds. And the humidity is going to build in. We were talking with Jay Broccolo, who's a weather observer with the Mount Washington Observatory, and he said to keep an eye on the National Weather Service forecast. There may be a heat advisory coming if it continues to look as hot and humid as they think it's going to be tomorrow. Sunday night, mostly clear in the evening, then becoming partly cloudy, humid with lows in the upper 60s, light and variable winds. The heat index values in the lower 90s early in the evening. So it's going to take a while to cool off as the heat and humidity lasts well into the evening tomorrow. And then the extended forecast, Monday partly sunny, 88, Tuesday partly sunny and 83, and Wednesday cloudy and 78. So humidity and temperatures drop as we go further into the week. If you're doing some hiking today or taking a trip up the Mount Washington Autoroad, today you'll find the summit of Mount Washington mostly in the clear, becoming in and out of the clouds under mostly sunny skies with a slight chance of an afternoon rain shower. High today of, again, 60 degrees on the summit, and it should be a great day. We were looking, I don't know if we have that wildcat view again, Matt, but a beautiful view from Conway, New Hampshire this morning with sunny skies and just a sliver. There's the Wildcat Mountain webcam looking over towards Mount Washington. Just a sliver of clouds on the top of the presidential range, and you can see how it even only goes up to the summit and doesn't extend northward, but looks like about 5,000 feet up above Tuckerman Ravine is where the cloud layer starts, and that will hopefully burn off throughout the day. Their forecast for in and out of the clouds. Yep. That is a look at our weather forecast. Again, coming up, an interview with Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Autoroad if you want to do some mountain biking, some paddling on the Androscoggin River, or if you'd like to learn more about taking a trip up the Mount Washington Autoroad, stay tuned. We've got all the information coming. And we'll be playing some Watch and Win throughout the show and some news and events. Actually, let's update you on some news and events happening in the region right now. Let's go to, the Climb Against Cancer. Starting this week, the great team over at Jen's Friends Cancer Foundation will be launching their 23rd annual Climb Against Cancer, a local and now virtual hiking event where 100% of all proceeds benefit cancer victims and survivors in the area. In light of the current health climate, the event will be held virtually between July 19th and September 19th. Participants can open private donation hubs, and as they've put it, climb, walk, run, bike, dance, or even crawl, any kind of movement, anytime, anywhere from Maine to California to Australia. For more information, including how to register, check out Jen's Friends Facebook page or go online to jensfriends.org. I do some volunteer work for Jen's Friends. It is a great organization. I've been on their board in the past, and I know they've just finished setting up the online hub where you can raise donations online, and you can find out all that at jensfriends.org. Let's go over to Castle in the Clouds in Moultonborough. They've announced that one of their close-up tours, highlighting the incredible history and architecture of the Lucknow estate, has been moved to a virtual format. Join the Castle in the Clouds next Thursday, the 23rd, for this intimate one-hour guided tour where you'll examine the cutting-edge fabric and construction of the titular castle, as well as unique arts and crafts design. When you purchase a ticket, you'll be supplied with a Zoom meeting code, good for one computer, that will allow you access to the personal tour. Tickets must be purchased in advance online at castleintheclouds.org or by calling 603-476-5410. Looking to get outside in the White Mountains this summer? Join REI and Vibram for a virtual workshop where they'll cover what to bring, where to go, and how to make the most of your next adventure. REI's North Conway store team will share some of their favorite destinations, provide the local scoop, and discuss what gear to bring, while their friends at Vibram will provide a review of the importance of footwear for the outside adventurer. Questions are encouraged and will be answered throughout the workshop. The last session will be held this Thursday, July 23rd. Registration is required, and your link to the conference will be provided at Hike the White Mountains Head to Toe.splashthat.com. If you can, that should be our next Watch and Win question. What is the URL for the REI and Vibram virtual course?
Like by the time you finish saying it, it's just like you ran a mile. It's like, oh my God.
Yes. Next Sunday, you and those you love can take in the gorgeous wonder that is Earth Sunrise from the highest peak in the Northeast. The good folks at the Mount Washington Auto Road are offering one of their sunrise drives on Sunday, July 26th, where their experienced tour guides will drive you up the Mount Washington Auto Road for a chance to watch the sunrise from a variety of special vantage points. Please keep in mind that capacity has been limited out of precaution for COVID-19. It's also worth noting that the road will be open if you wish to drive yourself for the sunrise tour. For more info, including how to register and to stay up to date on COVID-19 precautions, head to mt-washington.com/sunrise. That is on the bucket list of many people to view sunrise from the Northeast's highest peak. You'll be one of the first people in the entire United States to see the sunrise for that day. One of the first Americans that the sun will shine its light on July 26th. But do check it out in advance, because there may be some more hoops to jump through because of the pandemic. You usually have to get there very, very early, as it was, and now it may be even more so. If there was a bona fide summertime dessert, it sure would be ice cream. Why not indulge guilt-free this Wednesday when our friends at Trails End Ice Cream in Intervale continue their weekly Cone for a Cause promotion. This week, 10% of sales are donated to Rosie May Animal Alliance. Don't miss out on a great chance to not just treat yourself, but the community as well. WhiteMountains.tv is our website for more info on events and things happening in and around the White Mountains. We want you to win a $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane, the fashion headquarters of the White Mountains. They're located in North Conway Village, and they are loaded to the gills with a beautiful women's apparel, accessories, handbags, and more. Their fashion is inspired by the New England countryside, New England wilderness. It is where wilderness blends with city sophistication to bring you unique quality merchandise. And it is independently owned, one of the Valley independent shops here in the Mount Washington Valley. And owner Amber Dalton does a fantastic job. She is, we have a name for people who, they have almost like a cult following at Spruce Hurricane. I call them the Dalton Disciples. And they're people who just know that Amber is going to set them up right with the latest in fashion and trends. They're going to make them look good. She's like your own personal fashion therapist.
I like it. That's a good pitch.
I could use some fashion therapy myself. I'm just proud. I'm happy every day I get my arm through the armholes and don't put my shirt on backwards.
Oh, I can sympathize with that big time.
Yes. I have not seen you in anything but a hockey jersey, Matt.
It might be just because I've kept it that way.
For those wondering, Matt is wearing the is it Vladimir Tarasenko?
Yes, the Vladimir Tarasenko jersey.
That's like sacrilege in these parts, wearing a Blues jersey after they raised the cup on our own soil.
Definitely did not buy this after that. It broke my heart. I couldn't wear this for like a few weeks. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Are you excited, Matt? It looks like the playoffs are going to be happening. The NHL playoffs. Are you?
I am excited because for the first time in a while since 2012, both of my teams are in the playoffs for one, so that's really cool. But at the same time, I'm also really worried about what's going to happen and if it's really not going to end up working out. But
it'll be interesting. So the latest with the Bruins is they announced 2 of their players unfit to play. One of them is their top goal scorer and tied for the top goal scoring in the league. David Pastrnak, and also the new guy who I think we just got from Anaheim. We traded in the middle of the season, Kasha. So I think they're both from the Czech Republic, if I'm not mistaken.
They are.
So they were both suddenly, I think they had taken the ice once, but then the league said they were unfit to play. And there was a lot of people were saying, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? I had a vision of Thor from Avengers Endgame where you have a little hiatus, you come back, you're 30 pounds overweight. So I'm picturing David Pastrnak like in a fat suit, basically.
Right.
And like he just let himself go, over the...
yeah, it's been a few months and he's given up completely. He's like, I'm done.
We're not coming back. I'm just going to go back to the Czech Republic and subsist on a diet of donuts, because I think actually he was...
eating donuts?
He was promoting Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe he just went,
Like, make it quick. I have 2 minutes.
Yes. Hey, ref, check your voicemail. You missed a call.
Yes. Unreal.
So anyway, but I think what happened is the league has released a policy saying anything now, whether it's injury related, whether it's a positive COVID test, or whether they've been exposed possibly to someone with a positive COVID test and they just need to quarantine, it's all being listed as unfit to play. So we don't know technically, I think, what's wrong. I think there was an assumption that because they were from the Czech Republic, they hadn't done the proper quarantine, and so the league was making them do the proper quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think he's 30 pounds overweight. I don't think.
He went back.
But I would love to see that.
He went back to the Czech Republic and watched one copy of The Big Lebowski translated, and he was like, that's it. That's it right there. That's my new lifestyle.
Yes. He went from... sipping Dunkin' Donuts to White Russians.
That's right. The natural progression of New England.
Anyway, good luck to the Bruins. We're looking forward to some professional sports getting back. Let's see, where the heck are we? So we were about to qualify someone for this great Spruce Hurricane gift certificate. So far, we've qualified, Dino from Stoneham, Mass. We had Kayla, who was our first online watch and win qualifier. We're going to do one more online qualifier before this show is done. And we had Jane call in from Mansfield. So those are our 3 qualifiers. One of those people will win the prize. We'd like you to join the fight. Most fighting is illegal. Obviously, you don't want to assault somebody. Dog fighting, cockfighting, those are all bad things, illegal. However, we can put our viewers against each other. We haven't found anything unlawful about that, or at least haven't been told to stop by the authorities.
Unethical. Nothing bad, nothing at all.
So you're all going into a pit, and one viewer will come out and be awarded the $25 gift certificate to Spruce Hurricane. Let's play some Watch and Win. Matt says this is easy. We'll see. Call the number on your screen. 603-356-6619. First person to get through with the correct answer goes onto the board, qualifies for Spruce Hurricane $25 gift card. Name this bird. We're not accepting Peter or Sebastian or Rosemary.
Rob, when we had a question like this last weekend, but it was for Mourning Doves, and he's just like, I name him Bob. Like, he just immediately made a name for him.
Oh, that Rob. If you like Rob, he's back tomorrow morning. We'll be playing more Watch and Win. Name this bird. What name would I give this bird?
Looks like Archibald.
Archibald? Yeah, that could be good.
Arnold.
Okay, so I'm guessing this bird has some sort of significance to us, to the White Mountains, maybe to the state of New Hampshire. Let's go to the phones. 603-356-6619. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer? What is your answer? What is this bird we're looking at? You there? Nope. Oh, did the hard part, got through, but choked when it came down to crunch time.
I heard some voices.
Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer? You there? Can you hear me?
You've reached
Nope.
Radio Shack.
Oh, hello. What is the?
Is it the red finch?
The red finch? You know, that is so close, but not exact. So please try again. Call back 603-356-6619. It was not the red finch, and I think maybe one of the problems is if you call in, make sure you listen to your phone, not your TV or your computer, especially if you're live streaming us, because it's a good 30-second delay on the live stream. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer?
Is it a wren?
A wren. It is not a wren. A good question, but please try again. It's not a red finch. It is not a wren. 603-356-6619 to qualify for the $25 gift card to Spruce Hurricane. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your guess?
Is it a cardinal?
Not a cardinal. Please try again. So it is a bird with a specific significance to the state of New Hampshire. We'll say that. 603-356-6619. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer? Are you there?
Don't know.
What do you think? Don't know? Well, it's not a don't know. So try again. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning, Watch and Win. What's your answer?
Starling?
Not. Did you say a starling? No, not a starling. Good guess, but try again. It is a bird that has a special significance to the state of New Hampshire.
We featured iterations of this question,
If
so
you-
I apologize for our difficulty.
That's okay. If you're a grade school kid, you probably know the answer to this because you know little interesting facts about New Hampshire. What bird is this? Name this bird. Eventually, if we don't get an answer, we will accept Roger or anything else.
Andre.
Good morning. What is your answer?
Purple finch.
That is correct. Who are we? Who do we have on the phone?
Kurt from Intervale.
Kurt from Intervale. That is indeed a purple finch. And now here's another question. Bonus. You don't win anything if you get this one. Is it a male or a female?
Female.
No, I'm sorry. It is a male, but you still qualify because you knew it was purple finch. Yeah, the males are the colorful ones of the purple finches. All right, Kurt, stay on the line. We're going to get your information and tell you how you might claim your prize if you are drawn as the winner. Kurt, where are you calling from?
Intervale, New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, you said that. Kurt from Intervale. Okay, stay on the line. I'm going to put you on hold. So we're going to add Kurt from Intervale to our qualifiers board. And one of these viewers is going to win $25 to Spruce Hurricane in North Conway. We'll qualify one more person before our show is done this morning. We're going to take a quick break and come back with Nate Harvey of Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center. Stay tuned.
Style is about being inspired. At Spruce Hurricane, our style inspiration comes from the natural beauty of our surroundings. The reds and golds of autumn leaves, shining stars glistening in the night, turquoise skies that stretch to eternity. Our collection of merchandise is as diverse as the New England weather. Footwear and outerwear may be inspired by snowdrifts and ski slopes or by pastures and open fields. Handcrafted jewelry and accessories, leather belts and handbags, sweaters and jeans or boots and jackets, all are combined with color, texture, and artistry to inspire you. Explore your style inspiration at Spruce Hurricane, where the wilderness blends with city sophistication. We are open daily in the heart of North Conway Village. And check us out on Facebook for your daily style inspiration.
Discover North Conway's favorite adventures at Cranmore Mountain Resort. Check out the new beginner-friendly, lift-serviced downhill mountain bike park. Ride the mountain coaster, Soaring Eagle zip line, and giant swing. Enjoy outdoor dining on Zip's deck. Ride the scenic chairlift to the summit for amazing views, ice cream, hiking trails, and Tuckerman Brewery tasting room. Cranmore Mountain Resort. Fun for the whole family. Just 1 mile outside North Conway Village. Visit cranmore.com for tickets and important info.
Road trips are still on. Art class is still on. Championships are still on. Concerts are still on. And summer is still on with Coppertone, the most trusted sun protection brand. Coppertone, proven to protect.
Parents have a way of imagining the worst, especially when your easily distracted teenager has the car. At Subaru, we're taking on distracted driving with sensors that alert you when your eyes are off the road. The Subaru Forester. The safest Forester ever.
Find adventure at every turn when you take a scenic drive or guided tour on the legendary Mount Washington Auto Road. Due to its remarkable location, weather, and history, the Mount Washington Auto Road is unlike any other driving experience in the eastern United States. As you climb to the highest peak in the Northeast, you'll pass through 4 distinct climate zones and have the opportunity to stop along the way to explore trails and discover scenic vistas. The summit of Mount Washington looms at 6,288 feet and is world famous for its ever-changing weather extremes and stunning panoramic views that can stretch all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. While you're on top, visit the historic summit buildings and learn more about the mountain at the Mount Washington Observatory's interactive Extreme Mount Washington Museum. The Mount Washington Auto Road. Elevate your adventure.
People want to see Christmas the way they remember it when they were young. This is the magic of the Christmas Loft, a shopping tradition for over 30 years in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, where every day is the Christmas of your memories. Step through our doors and be greeted by enchanted characters. Stroll through the wondrous Christmas village and experience Christmas past in the Mount Washington Valley. The magic leads you into room after room of beautifully decorated Christmas trees, Christmas lights, holiday decor, gifts, and popular collectibles. Explore New England's largest selection of ornaments, over 10,000, including New Hampshire ornaments, and something for every taste, hobby, and pet. You can even get them personalized. Visit the newest edition, Tricks and Treats with candy and ice cream, hot chocolate and gourmet coffee, stocking stuffers, and a spooky Halloween room. Our stores bring people joy. Experience the magic of the Christmas Loft in North Conway and North Woodstock, New Hampshire.
All right, we're about to chat with Nate Harvey of Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road, but first I want to give you one more chance to qualify for today's Watch and Win prize, a $25 gift card to Spruce Hurricane in North Conway Village, a fashion boutique. I call it the White Mountains Fashion Capital. If you want to get into the drawing, do we have a look at our current qualifiers, Matt?
You sure can.
And by the way, Kurt from Intervale, I need you to call back because you hung up and I don't have your information. So if you win, I don't know how to contact you. So if Kurt from Intervale, if you're watching, call 603-356-6619 during this next interview so I can talk to you. But our qualifiers are Dino from Stoneham, Mass, Kayla, who registered online, Jane from Mansfield, Mass, and Kurt, who is calling from Intervale. We don't know if that's his regular home or if that's his vacation spot right now. We're going to qualify one more person. What we want you to do, don't call for this one. We want you to enter your guess online. Go to whitemountains.tv. That's the website, whitemountains.tv. Look for our live stream of this show, and beneath it, there is a button to press, and it'll give you a little form. You just need to fill out your name and put in your answer. First person to submit the answer will get on the qualifying board. Let's play some Watch and win. Here's our question. Don't call. Go to whitemountains.tv and enter your guess. Which of these nicknames below is commonly used for Mount Washington? The Godfather, Big Fella, the Rock Pile, Wally. Which of these nicknames below is commonly used for Mount Washington? Enter your guess at whitemountains.tv right now. Look for the live stream and click on the button directly beneath it to enter your guess. First person gets on the board. We're going to show you who qualified when we come back and draw one winner for the $25 gift card to Spruce Hurricane. While you're making your guess, we're going to watch this interview that I recorded earlier this week with Nate Harvey of Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center and the Mount Washington Auto Road. Hi everybody, Chris Prue in the North Conway studios, and I am joined remotely by Nate Harvey of Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road, both up in Pinkham Notch, New Hampshire. Nate, thanks for joining us today, and we're going to talk about ways to cool off. It's summertime, it's hot, and you guys have a few options up there. Let's first talk about Great Glen Trails and a couple of the outdoor activity options you guys have up there.
Yeah, well, I'm chilling right here in the office with no air conditioning.
You're roughing it, man. You're roughing it.
Big time. This is a first world problem. So at Great Glen, which is, 25 minutes from your studio down there near Schuler Park, so it's very close.
Yep.
We're across from the Mount Washington Auto Road. We're all same company. We've been doing really well with our bike rentals. Good way to get outside with the family, basically. It's as easy as riding a bike, they say. And so is the reservation system, which has been going really well. So we moved to this online reservation system where you can pick the 2 or 4 hour slot that works better for you to be sure that your bikes are set. It's worked really well, and it's a little more COVID friendly because we can kind of meet you outside and you can just breathe the fresh air. And if you do come into the lodge to use the gift shop or restrooms or anything, we just ask folks to wear a mask, of course. Like, why wouldn't you? As that's what our staff is doing. So for the bike rentals, Chris, you can do kids bikes, trailers, adult bikes, cruiser bikes, fat bikes, all that stuff is available ahead of time online. And then the big thing this year has been the pedal assist e-bikes. Have you gotten on one yet?
I haven't, and I've wondered how those work. So they're pedal assist. So do you still, it's not like a moped. Do you still actually need to crank the wheels?
Yeah, so there's one chain ring basically up front, and then a bunch of gears in the back, 8 or 9 gears, and a battery pack built into the frame. And so when you take a pedal stroke, it gives you like more boost basically. And there's 3 or 4 different modes that you can go into depending on how steep the hill is or how much assistance you want.
Wow.
But you can get more trail done faster is really the way it rolls. Most folks will opt for the 2 hour for that.
Wow.
But we do offer it for a 4 hour slot too.
So if you've ever wondered what it would be like to pedal a bike as an Avenger, this is it.
Yes, it's a superhero red too. It's a Rosignol bike, but no, they've been going really well, and it's just kind of a easier way to. It's not cheating at all, which was kind of my initial thought. Like, why would I do that? I come in to do this for a workout, but you can still get a workout for sure.
And let's talk a little bit about your trail system. You guys have acres and acres and kilometers of trails. You mentioned it's as easy as riding a bike, but really how easy that is up to you at Great Glen Trails.
Yeah, the trails were laid out for cross-country skiing originally, and then we quickly figured out it doesn't snow here 12 months out of the year. So we offer trail passes too for folks to bring their own bike and helmet. Well, we rent the helmets too, but if you bring your own bike, it's only $10, and it's a good way to get the family outside and ride on some trails that you wouldn't see, traffic or vehicles on. They're very well maintained. It's a nice map, really nice layout, and the trails flow very well. On Tuesdays, folks are hanging out watching this, and they're around for the whole week or something. On Tuesday afternoons, we close the trails to general public, and we host the Kona race series. So that's a time trial basically on Tuesday afternoons, and come to a marked course. We've got kids that are 5 years old on Striders and people that are racing this faster than you can drive your car. So everything in between. And that's a really fun time. And it's probably one of the only events going on this summer,
Yep. Because it's socially distanced. It's not a mass start. You just show up during a set time period during the day, and you can go out at your own pace, which is exactly what I do. We won't say what that pace is. We enjoy the scenery a little bit, we get a little bit of a sweat going, and then try to maybe better it by a few seconds the next week. So I am going to bring my
socially distance yourself from the.
I'm going to bring my 13-year-old up for sure before this event series is done, because he hasn't had a taste of the full single track experience yet up at Great Glen. We've done a little bit, but I think he's ready for the Outback.
Yeah, it's of that single track lies course.
Yeah, we can show him the scene of Dad's greatest humiliating moments on those backcountry gnarly single track trails. There are quite a few. So let's go from biking up at Great Glen Trails Outdoor Center right at the base of Mount Washington to let's go to the water. You guys can take people on paddling trips at Great Glen.
Yeah, and that might have been the inspiration for the floral piece this afternoon.
Doesn't look like a native species, though.
No, these are not edible. But some of the flowers that are blooming right now are, like the pickerel weed. That was the topic of conversation. Yesterday on our paddling trip, we went north to the Pontook Reservoir on the Androscoggin. We were lucky enough to see a bald eagle, a couple osprey, and loon, and a baby loon. So it's nice to see that the loons are off their nest and trying to survive up there in the wilds.
It's quite the bird party.
It was.
So what kind of paddling trips do you guys offer? You take people up north of the Notch to the Androscoggin, and is it family suitable? Is it something for the adventurous? What do you guys do?
Yeah, so we do offer tandem kayaks for families that have kids, basically 10 and under. They generally wouldn't last on the trips that we do for the 2.5 hour spread of paddling. So they jump in the front of a tandem and assist parents in paddling. Usually they help. And then we offer a lot of different size individual kayaks. It's super beginner friendly. That's basically our clientele. And folks that just want to get out, relax, and sort of, as the tagline says on the billboard, Chris, closer to nature, away from the crowds. That's our gig. So we keep our group sizes really small. It's typically around 4 to 8 people in each group per guide. Once you get in here, everything's taken care of. We've got the river shoes, the dry bag, the life jacket, all that stuff. Just bring your mask and get ready for some sun.
And the shuttles and everything else. Do people need any prior paddling experience?
Nope. Just a bottle of water and a snack, and we kind of take care of the rest. It's I wouldn't say it's pampered, but it's catered for sure. Like it's a great trip, and I would advise people to head to our TripAdvisor to get some info about it, because all I've been seeing is 5 stars on our guides. They're doing a great job.
And what's the process for signing up for that? Is that something they can do online, or should they call, or are there walk-ons?
Yeah, any questions about like ages of your people in your group and could they handle it? We're absolutely here on the phone. But most people just book online, sign the waiver online, and show up 15 minutes to paddle time. We offer that guided wildlife trip 2 times a day.
Yep.
And so you can do it in the morning or the afternoon. And everybody always wants to know, what's my best chance of seeing a moose? Is it in the morning or the afternoon? And the moose don't care.
No, the moose isn't looking at his watch, say, "Oh, time to make my appearance."
It's 50-50 on that. Obviously, it's generally cooler in the morning, but you got to get up and get out of bed to make that happen, because we start at 8.
Yep.
We do offer too, Chris. There's a few of us that do whitewater instruction here, and that's usually a 1-day course. It's much more. It has a much more formatted approach to it, as far as getting people safely into some fun whitewater. And that one, we definitely need people to be 13 and up.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine there's some more technique involved in whitewater and doing that safety, and you need some more time to educate everybody. That's more instructional than just probably going out and looking for a moose or a bald eagle and enjoying the nice flow of the Androscoggin River.
And the other thing on that too is, one reason it's a full day is we're at the base of Mount Washington. It's not like we have whitewater running all day out behind the lodge here. We've got to drive to the venue, so that takes a little time too.
Yep, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about another option for staying cool this summer is some natural air conditioning And for that, you can just head up an elevation.
Yeah, so the Mount Washington Auto Road, right. And generally speaking, if the base temperature down here is 80 degrees, you can almost take off 25 to 30 degrees when you head up to the summit. It's over a 4,000 foot ascent from the base here. And so bring a sweatshirt on most days. Yeah. Even this weekend, I've seen forecasts for close to 90. So imagine it's going to be in the 60s up there.
Yep,
for sure. The other thing, Chris, on the Mount Washington Auto Road, unfortunately, the summit buildings, the observatory, and the state park, they're opening slowly. And actually, the state park, you have to make a reservation to go inside their building now, because they're really concerned with the amount of people in that space.
Yeah.
So I think that's through Reserve America. There's probably a link on the state park website or our website for that. But you can reserve a time slot to go inside the lodge for restrooms and some food. I think they've got a gift shop open in there.
Yep.
And shelter.
So it's a matter of planning. Like most things this summer, there's very few just walk-ons and things of that nature. You got to kind of plan in advance all of your activities this summer. And if you're driving up the Mount Washington Auto Road, just don't expect to have all these options to you open at your convenience at the summit without checking in prior and making reservations. And are there still two options for getting up the auto road, drive yourself and guided tours? How's that working this summer?
Yeah, good question. You do not need a reservation to drive yourself. You just roll up to the toll house, cash or credit. They make sure you have a safe car load as far as the weight in your vehicle. Make sure you have a low gear. And then they send you up and you get the bumper sticker. Wahoo, the bumper sticker. I wonder if I have that in my office. Any bumper stickers? I guess not. So then you could do the guided tour, which is in one of our stages with the mask, of course. And the guided tour is pretty good value. It's a 2-hour tour, half hour up. You get a half hour to an hour at the summit and then a half hour back down. Sometimes when the summit buildings aren't open, we stop a couple other spots too and do some walking around and checking out historical sites from the Mount Washington Auto Road. You absolutely have to have a reservation before you get here. We have very limited guided tours this summer.
And that is different from previous summers. Sometimes I know in the past you may have been able to walk on to a guided tour, but not this summer.
I would not plan on it. If you get up here and decide you want to do that and get lucky, good for you. But there won't be many that do. It's a sought after thing, and there's very few this summer.
All right. So we've got mountain biking on these beautiful trails. We've got river trips, paddling up on the Androscoggin River, and we have trips up the Mount Washington Auto Road. And you can access all of those things up in Pinkham Notch. What's the best website or phone number to call, Nate, to start these activities?
Yeah, I think an easy one to remember is mountwashingtonautoroad.com. And you can get to both properties through that. The best phone number is 466-2222.
Okay.
Like if you were to wear a lei, you might wear a tutu. Just remember 2222. Is
that a new number?
No, it's just the easiest one to remember because it used to be. Well, I'm not even gonna say what it used to be because it's easy to remember 2222.
Okay.
We've got a lot of phone lines here.
All right, 2222. Just remember what Nate is wearing during the day, and you'll be able to contact them directly.
I do wear skirts often, for whitewater kayaking, so don't take that away from me.
Yes, some people call them kilts, but not Nate. He's all skirt. Oh, those kind of skirts. I see what you're saying. The
gray skirt, yes.
Yes, the whitewater kayak skirt. We've seen you in all sorts of things, Nate, so nothing surprises us anymore, except we know we're going to have a good time. That's one thing you can rely on with Nate Harvey. Nate, have we missed anything?
No. I'm just there's some cool wildflowers going off right now in the water, and if the Saco River is low or it's not your thing, just try us out. I think people will be happy with our kayak trips.
Yeah, no, I think it's different. I've done both Saco and Androscoggin, and the Androscoggin is a different experience. It's a bigger river, wider river, and a little bit more secluded. You're not as inundated with other tubers and paddlers, and the wildlife is definitely more up on the Andros. So that is the place to go for a White Mountain experience for sure.
Don't tell anybody. Oh, wait, we just did. That's right.
Keep it secret. All right, Nate, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you soon.
Chris, hopefully I will. I'll see you next time in person.
All right, you're watching White Mountains TV. Great interview with Nate Harvey recorded earlier this week. We're wrapping up the show. We have a great weather weekend on tap today. Sunny, high in the upper 80s. And it's going to be not as humid as tomorrow. Today, I think, is going to be a fantastic outdoor weather day. Great for hiking, great for river, great for lake, great for golf, great for pretty much anything. Bring your sunscreen. Actually, don't even just bring it, put it on. Sunday, it's going to be even more hot and humid. Possible heat advisory in effect. And that humidity is going to last well into the evening on Sunday. Monday, it starts to cool down a little bit. Partly sunny, 88. Partly sunny on Tuesday, 83. Cloudy on Wednesday, back into the 70s. So there is your forecast. It is a summery weekend out there. Okay, let's take a look, Matt, at our Watch and Win qualifiers for today. We've been qualifying people all show long for a $25 gift card to Spruce Hurricane in North Conway. They are the White Mountains fashion capital. Go see Amber Dalton. Tell her you saw her on White Mountains TV, and we hope you win this to kind of offset some of your purchases there. So the qualifiers were Dino from Stoneham, Kayla, who registered online, Jane from Mansfield, and Mark was our most recent qualifier. He also got through online, so congratulations to all of you. Only one of you, though, is going to take home this gift card, and we're going to go to our control room, and our director, Matt, who is going to announce the winner. Matt, who have we selected?
Well, I should clarify that through a random number generator, I have not personally came up with this, but I'm going to go ahead and go off this, that Jane from Mansfield, Mass. Will be our winner today.
Congratulations to Jane from Mansfield, who is calling from Bartlett. You are the winner of $25 to Spruce Hurricane. If you'd like to win a prize, tune in tomorrow morning. We have a $25 gift card to the Shovel Handle Pub up in Jackson. That'll be our prize tomorrow that you'll compete for with host Rob Clark. Also tune in for the latest weather, events, and to see what Matt is wearing for his hockey jersey. It varies every single morning.
Every single one.
Thank you for joining us, whether on TV or online. We will see you tomorrow morning, Sunday, 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Have a great day in the White Mountains.